I guess it was 5 a.m. A homicide had been reported from one of those crazy mansions up on Sunset. Tomorrow, every front page is going to lead with a story. You see, an old-time movie star is involved. Maybe the biggest star of all. But before you read about it, before it gets distorted by those Hollywood piranhas, if you want to know the real facts, you've come to the right party. Let me take you back 6 months. I was at the bottom of the barrel. I'd had a contract down at Fox, but I'd fallen foul of Daryl. Now I had a date at Paramount, along with about 1,000 other writers. If it didn't come up roses, I'd be covering funerals back in Dayton, Ohio. I'd hit my car 3 blocks away. Turned out to be a smart move. Hi there, Myron.
How's it hanging?
I got a date with Sheldrake.
Shooting a western down at Fox.
How can you work with Daryl?
We should talk.
Gotta run, let's have lunch.
Hi, Mr. Gillis.
You look great.
I'm up for an audition.
Sheldrake is driving me insane.
Don't forget me when you're casting.
We should talk.
Gotta run.
Let's have lunch. Morning, Joanna.
Hi there, Myron. Who are you meeting?
You look great.
Sheldrake, but do I need
I
it?
spent the last month fasting in my
I'm
second
shooting
round.
a western down at
I'd really love to
Don't
read it.
forget me when you're casting. We should talk.
We should talk.
Gotta run.
Gotta run.
Let's have lunch. Yeah, I have an appointment to see Mr. Sheldrake.
Name?
Gillis, Joseph Gillis.
All right, sir. You know your way?
Yeah.
We want the keys to your car.
You're way behind with the payments.
Don't give us any fancy footwork.
Give us the keys.
I only wish I could help. I loaned it to my accountant. He has an important client down in Palm Springs. Felt like shooting a breeze.
Are you telling us you walked here?
I believe in self-denial. I'm in training for the priesthood.
Okay, wise guy, $300.
Oh, we're taking the car.
We have a court order.
Nah, I love it when you talk dirty.
Joseph.
That's you, Sammy.
How do you like my harem?
How come you get such lousy breaks?
Now one learns to grin and bear 'em.
This is the biggest film ever
What
made.
are you playing?
Temple Virgin. Handmaid into Delilah.
Let's have lunch, gotta run. You've got to find me a job. I'm way behind with my payments. I thought you were meant to be my agent. I need some work.
I only wish I could help. This town is dead at the moment. There's been this slowdown in production.
Who is this jerk?
He's my wunderkind from Broadway. Every major studio wants him.
Playing one against the other.
What I need is $300.
Maybe what you need is a new agent.
Hello, Artie.
Joe, you bastard!
You never call me anymore.
Found a cuter dancing partner. How are things?
Not so great.
Will this help? $20.
Thanks, you're a pal.
Oh, good morning, Mr. DeVille.
What is it?
Mrs. Sheldrake, bring some water, give me that shithead Nolan. Nolan, sweetheart, great to talk. This craft is so much brighter. You're the best, even so, I've hired another writer.
Mr. Gillis.
Joe, what the fuck brings you here?
You wanted to see me?
I did, what about?
Bases loaded. It's an outline for a baseball picture.
So, pitch.
It's about a rookie shortstop. He's batting .347. Now, the kid was once mixed up in a holdup. Now, he's trying to go straight.
Wait a minute. I think I have read this. Somebody, bring in whatever we've got on,
Bases loaded.
Bases loaded.
They're pretty hot for it over at 20th.
Good.
But can you see Ty Powers, a shortstop?
Here's that bases loaded material, Mr. Sheldrake. I made a 2-page synopsis for you, but I wouldn't bother to read it.
Why not?
It's just a rehash of something that wasn't very good to begin with.
Meet Mr. Gillis. He wrote it.
We should talk.
This is Miss Kramer.
Schaefer. Betty Schaefer. Right now I'd like to crawl into a hole and pull it in after me.
If I could be of any help.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gillis. I couldn't see the point of it.
What sort of material would you suggest? James Joyce? Dostoevsky?
I think pictures should at least try to say a little something.
Oh, I see. You're one of the message kids. I'd expect you to have turned down Gone with the Wind.
No, that was me.
And I guess I was disappointed. I've read some of your other work, and I thought you had some real talent.
Yeah, well, that was last year. This year I felt like eating.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr.
Thank
Gillis.
you, Miss Kramer. Well, looks like Xanax got himself a baseball picture.
We should talk on a run, let's have lunch.
You've got to give me some work. I'll take whatever's on offer. There must be some shit that needs a rewrite. Throw it my way.
I only wish I could help. There's no spare shit at the moment. Remember the greatest writers starred in Garrett's, didn't care about pay.
Are you trying to be funny?
I believe in self-denial. Gives a man some moral backbone.
Can you loan me $300?
I'm sorry, Gillis, goodbye.
I just love Hollywood.
Morning, Joanna. You've been hiding,
Yes,
That's what gotta run this weekend.
I'm gonna
work for Metro. I know how to like you.
We should talk on a run, let's have lunch. Good morning, aren't we lucky? Going to work in more. Paramount is paradise. Movies from A to Super. We should talk on a run, let's have lunch. We should talk on a run, let's have lunch.
Come to get your knife back. It's still there, right between my shoulder blades.
I read one of your stories. Wasn't it Scribner's? Some magazine. Title, something with windows.
It was Blind Windows, if that's what you mean.
That's right. I really liked it.
I'm all warm and runny inside.
Let me pitch it to Sheldrake.
I may be broke, but I still have my pride.
Come on, get off your high horse. Writers with pride don't live in L.A. Silence, exile, and cunning, those are the only cards you can play.
Sheldrake won't buy the story. He likes trash with fairy lights. Jesus, think of the effort trying to get him to heighten his sights.
Every movie's a circus. Can't we discuss this? Schwab's Thursday night.
What for? Nothing will happen. I gotta go now. Fight the good fight.
What's the rush?
See those gorillas?
Yes, what about them?
Do me a terrific favor. Keep them amused while I escape.
If you're at Schwab's on Thursday.
Done. Look, those guys are after my car. If I lose that in this town, it's like having my legs cut off.
Let's duck into the soundstage.
Hey! Come on, Gillis, give us the key.
Please be quiet. Mr. DeMille is shooting right over there.
So what?
He's working on Samson and Delilah. Ooh, they're doing a red-hot scene with Hedy Lamarr. Do you want to stay and watch?
No.
Oh, relax. We got 5 minutes.
Hey! Hey, come back here!
Lovely sight at the end of the driveway, a great big empty garage. This thing must burn up 10 gallons to a mile. Christ, where am I? I had landed in the garden of some palazzo, like an abandoned movie set.
You there! Why are you so late?
This way.
Hey, look, buddy, I just pulled my car.
And wipe your feet.
Max, tell him to wait.
You heard. If you need my help with the coffin, call me.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, buddy.
Any laws against burying him in the garden?
I wouldn't know.
I don't care anyway. No more wars to fight. White flags fly tonight. You are out of danger now. Battlefield is still, wild puppies on the hill. Peace can only come when you surrender. Hear the tracers fly, lighting up the sky. But I'll fight on to the end. Let them send their armies, I will never bend. I won't see you now till I surrender. I'll see you again when I surrender. Now, don't you give me a fancy price just because I'm rich.
Look, lady, you got the wrong man. I had some trouble with my car. I just pulled into your driveway.
Get out.
Okay. And I'm sorry you lost your friend.
Get out of here.
Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Or shall I call my servant?
Aren't you Norma Desmond? You used to be in pictures. You used to be big.
I am big. It's the pictures that got small. Once upon a time, not long ago, the head of any studio knew how and when to play his aces. Now they put some talentless unknown beneath their sacred microphone. We didn't need words, we had faces. Yes, they took all the idols and smashed them. The Fairbanks, the Gilberts, the Valentinos. They trampled on what was divine. They threw away the gold of silence, when all they needed was this face of mine.
Hey, don't blame me, huh? I'm just a writer.
With one look, I can break your heart. With one look, I play every part. I can make your sad heart sing. With one look, you'll know all you need to know. With one smile, I'm the girl next door,
Or the love that you've hungered for.
when I speak, it's with my soul. I can play any role.
No words can tell the stories my eyes tell. Watch me when I frown. You can't write that down. You know I'm right. It's there in black and white. When I look your way, you'll hear what I say. Yes, with one look, I put words to shame. Just one look sets the screen aflame. Silent music starts to play. One tear in my eye makes the whole world cry. With one look, they'll forgive the past. They'll rejoice I've returned at last to my people in the dark, still out there in the dark. Silent music starts to play. With one look, you'll know all you need to know. With one look, I'll ignite a blaze. I'll return to my glory days. And they'll say Norma's back at last. This time I'm staying for good. I'll be back where I was born to be. With one look, I'll be Now go.
Next time I'll bring my autograph album.
Just a minute, you. Did you say you were a writer?
That's what it says on my guild card.
And you've written pictures?
Sure have. Would you like to see my credits?
Come over here, I want to ask you something. Just what sort of length is a movie script these days?
Depends.
I wrote this. It's a very important picture.
It looks like 6 very important pictures.
It's for DeMille to direct.
Oh, yeah? Will you be in it?
Of course, what do you think?
Just asking. I didn't know you were planning a comeback.
I hate that word. It's a return.
Well, fair enough.
I want you to read it.
You shouldn't let another writer read your stuff. He may steal it.
I'm not afraid. Sit down. Max, bring something to drink.
Yes, madame.
I said sit down. It's about Salome. Salome, the story of a woman. The woman who was all women. Salome, what a woman, what a part! Innocent body and a sinful heart, enflaming heaven's lust, but secretly loving a holy man. No one can play her like I can.
Well, I had nothing urgent coming up. I thought I might as well skim it. It's fun to see how bad writing can be. This promise to go to the limit.
There's so many great scenes I can't wait. A boiling cauldron of love and hate. She toys with Herod till he's putty in her hands. He reels tormented through the desert sands.
It sure was a real cheery setup. The wind wheezing through that organ. Max shuffling around and a dead ape dumped on a shelf. And her staring like a gorgon.
They drag the Baptist up from the jails. She dances the dance of the seven trees. Herod says I'll give you anything.
Now it was time for some comedy relief. The guy with the baby casket must have seen a thing or two, that chimp. Shame it was too late to ask it.
Have you got to the scene where she asks for his head? If she can't have him living, she'll take him dead. They bring in his head on a silver tray. She kisses his mouth. It's a great screenplay.
Got to be 11, I was feeling ill. What the hell was I doing? Melodrama and sweet champagne, and a garbled plot from a scrambled brain. But I had my own plot brewing. Just how old is Salome?
16.
I see.
Well?
It's fascinating.
Of course it is.
Could be it's a little long. Maybe the opening's wrong, but it's extremely good for a beginner.
No, it's a perfect start. I wrote that with my heart. The riverbank, the Baptist, and the sinner.
Shouldn't there be some dialogue?
I can say anything I want with my eyes.
It could use a few cuts.
I will not have it butchered.
I'm not talking limb from limb. I just mean a little trim. All you need is someone who can edit.
I want someone with a knack, not just any studio hack. And don't think for a moment I'd share credit. When were you born?
December 21st. Why?
I like Sagittarians. You can trust them.
Thanks.
I want you to do this work.
Me? Gee, I don't know. I'm busy. I just finished one script and I'm about to start a new assignment.
I don't care.
Well, I'm pretty expensive. I get $500 a week.
Don't you worry about money. I'll make it worth your while.
Well, it's getting kind of late.
Are you married, Mr.?
The name is Gillis. Single.
Where do you live?
Hollywood, Alto Nido Apartments.
You'll stay here.
I'll come back early tomorrow.
Nonsense! There's a room over the garage. Max will take you there. Max?
Yes, madame.
Take Mr. Gillis. to the guest room. We'll begin at 9 sharp.
Now, this is more like it.
I made up the bed this afternoon.
Thanks. How did you know I was going to stay?
There's soap and a toothbrush in the bathroom.
She's quite a character, isn't she, that Norma Desmond?
Once you won't remember if you said Hollywood, hers was the face you'd think of. Her face on every billboard. In just a single week, she'd get 10,000 letters. Men would offer fortunes for a bloom from her corsage or a few strands of her today. She's half forgotten, but it's the pictures that got small. She's the greatest star of all. Then you can't imagine how fans would sacrifice themselves to touch her shadow. There was a Maharaja who hanged himself with one of her discarded stockings. She's immortal, caught inside that flickering light beam is a youth which cannot fade. Mother's a living legend. I've seen so many idols fall. She's the greatest star of
When he'd gone, I stood looking out the window for a while. It was a ghost of a tennis court with faded markings and a sagging net. It was an empty pool where Clara Bow and Fatty Arbuckle must have swum 10,000 midnights ago. And then there was something else. Chimp's last rites. As if she were laying a child to rest. Was her life really as empty as that?
Every movie's a circus on the wire with
Shooting at 7. I gotta go.
Movies.
What's wrong?
Can't get a screen test. Don't you hate it when a yes man says no?
Movies.
Good part.
I'm a policeman. Hands up, punk, that's all I say.
First time you worked on the lot there.
I must say RKOROK.
Movies.
Then what?
He pressed a button. Out of the wall fell a 4-poster bed.
Movies.
Busy.
They shot my screenplay.
Isn't that great?
No, they shot the thing dead.
Every movie's a circus on the wire without a net.
Lonely.
That's how I like it.
Can't you be nice?
Why we're not on the set?
Movies.
Hey, Joe! What are you slumming
Here for a meeting.
this time of night?
Movies.
Yeah, it's some studio smart ass. You know I'm famous for being polite.
Movies.
Guess what? I'm getting married.
Congratulations.
She'll be right back.
Movies.
Fact is, we were just leaving. She's been stood up by some uppity hack.
Movies.
Married. Who would have thought it? Why don't you look happy? Come on, be brave.
It's this movie I'm shooting.
You first assistant.
Oh, more like a slave.
Every movie's a circus.
But this is a circus movie as well. Problems, nothing but problems. Animals, actors, two kinds of hell.
Every movie's a circus on the wire without a net.
Well, hello, Mr. Gillis.
You two have met,
I'm the uppity hack.
and she's the studio smartass.
What's going on
Hi,
here?
they're calling you back.
I just reread Blind Windows. It needs some real reworking, of course. If we fixed up the opening,
Call up the Wrangler, pay off the horse.
Girl meets boy. That's a safe beginning.
it's nearly closing. I thought you weren't going to show.
So did I. I felt it might be kinder.
What are you saying?
Come on, Miss Schaefer, you know.
What?
Every time I see some young kid dreaming they'll produce a masterpiece, I just want to throw them on the next train home.
Never thought you'd be so condescending.
Sorry, Miss Schaefer, I didn't come here to fight.
Girl meets boy, if that's how you want it. She's a young teacher, he's a reporter. It's hate at first sight.
It won't sell. These days they want glamour. Fabulous heiress meets handsome Hollywood heel. The problem is, she thinks he's a burglar. Would you believe it? A wedding in the last reel.
It doesn't have to be so mindless. You should write from your experience. Give us something really moving, something true.
Who wants true? Who the hell wants moving? Moving means starving, and true means holes in your shoe.
No, you're wrong. They still make good pictures. Stick to your story. It's a good story.
Okay, Miss Schaefer, I give it to you.
What do you mean?
Just what I said. I've given up writing myself, so you write it.
Oh, I'm not good enough to do it on my own, but I thought we could write it together.
I can't, I'm all tied up.
Couldn't we work evenings? 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd come to your place.
Look, Betty, it can't be done, it's out. Look, we can keep in touch through Artie. That way, if you get stuck, we can at least talk, huh? Write this down. I'll give you some ground rules. Plenty of conflict, but nice guys don't break the law. Girl meets boy, she gives herself completely. And though she loves him, she keeps one
foot on the floor. No one dies except the best friend. No one ever mentions communists No one takes a black friend to a restaurant.
Very good. Nothing I can teach you. We could have had fun fighting the studio.
Yes, Mr. Gillis, that's just what I want.
What a nightmare. Good to see you come to my New Year's party.
Last year it got out of hand.
Guaranteed bad behavior.
I'll see you then.
Don't give up, you're too good.
Thanks.
Where have you been?
Out. I assume I can go out when I feel like it.
Madame is quite agitated. Earlier this evening she wanted you for something and you could not be found.
Well, that's tough.
I don't think you understand, Mr. Gillis. Madame is extremely fragile. She has moments of melancholy. There have been suicide attempts.
Why? Because of her career? She's done well enough. Look at all the fan mail she gets every day.
I wouldn't look too closely at the postmarks if I were you.
You mean you write them?
Will you be requiring some supper this evening, sir?
No. And Max?
Yes, sir.
Who the hell do you think you are, bringing my stuff up from my apartment without consulting me? I have a life of my own. Now you're telling me I'm supposed to be a prisoner here.
I think perhaps, sir, you will have to make up your mind to abide by the rules of this house. That is, if you want the job.
I started work on the script. I hacked my way through the thicket, a maze of fragmented ramblings by a soul in limbo. She hovered there like a hawk, afraid I'd damage her baby.
What's that?
I thought we might cut away from the slave market.
Cut away from me?
Norma, they don't want you in every scene.
Of course they do. What else would they have come for? Put it back!
I'd made my first big mistake. I'd put my foot in the quicksand. It wouldn't be a few days, paste and scissors. This would take weeks. The house was always so quiet. Just me and Max and that organ. No one phoned, and nobody ever came. And there was only one kind of entertainment on hand. Max, what's on this evening? I hope it's not one of her weepy melodramas.
We'll be showing one of Madame's enduring classics, The Ordeal of Joan of Arc.
Oh, God. We saw that last week.
A masterpiece can never pall. She is the greatest star of all.
This was dawn. There were no rules. We were so young. Movies were born. So many songs yet to be sung.
Joan of Arc, look at my face, isn't it strong? There in the dark, up on the screen where I belong, we'll show them all nothing has changed. We'll give the world new ways to dream. Everyone needs new ways to
I didn't argue. Oh, I heard her. You don't yell at a sleepwalker, or she could fall and break her neck. She smelled of faded roses. It made me sad to watch her as she relived her glory. Poor Norma, so happy, lost in her silver heaven.
Changed. We'll give the world new ways to dream. Everyone needs new ways to
In December, the rains came. One great big package, oversized like everything else in California. And it came right through the roof of my room above the garage. So she had me moved into the main house, into what Max called the room of the husbands. On a clear day, the theory was, you could see Catalina. And little by little, I worked through to the end of the script. At which point, I might have left. Only by then, those two boys from the finance company had traced my car and towed it away. And I hadn't seen $1 single of cash money since I arrived.
Stop that! Today's the day.
What do you mean?
Max is going to deliver the script to Paramount.
You're really gonna give it to DeMille?
I've just spoken with my astrologer. She read DeMille's horoscope. She read mine.
Did she read the script?
DeMille's a Leo, I'm a Scorpio. Mars is transiting Jupiter. And today is the day of closest conjunction.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
Max!
Yes, madame.
Make sure it goes to Mr. DeMille. In person.
Well.
Great day.
It's been real interesting.
Yes, hasn't it?
I want to thank you for trusting me with your baby.
Not at all. It is I who should thank you.
Will you call and let me know as soon as you have some news?
Call? Where?
My apartment.
Oh, but you couldn't possibly think of leaving now, Joe.
Norma, the script is finished.
No, Joe, no. It's just the beginning. It's just the first draft. I couldn't dream of letting you go. I need your support.
Well, I can't stay
You'll
around.
stay on with full salary, of course.
Oh, Norma, it's not the money. Yes, of course I'll stay until we get some sort of news back from Paramount.
Thank you. Thank you, Joe.
So, Max wheeled out that foreign bus, brushed the leopard skin upholstery. He trundled along to Paramount to hand Cecil B. our hopeless opus. My work was over, I was feeling no pain, locked up like John the Baptist.
Hurry up, the birthday boy is on his way. This is a surprise celebration. I hope you've remembered everything I've said. I want to see a total transformation.
What's all this?
Happy birthday, darling. Did you think we'd forgotten?
Well, I don't know.
These people are from the best men's shop in town. I had them close it down for the day.
Norma, now listen.
I leave you boys to it.
Happy birthday, welcome to your shop-a-thon.
What's going on?
Help yourself, it's all been taken care of. Anyone who's anyone is dressed by me.
Well, golly gee.
Pick out anything you'd like a pair of. You just point, I'll do the rest. I brought nothing but the best. You're a very lucky rider. Come along, now get undressed. Unless I'm not mistaken, that's a 42-inch chest.
I don't understand a word you're saying.
Well, all you need to know is the lady's paying. It's nice to get your just reward this time of year.
Get out of here.
And all my merchandise is strictly kosher. When you've thrown away all your old worn-out stuff,
Hey, that's enough.
perhaps you'd like to model for my brochure. I have just the thing for you.
Short striped suits in black or blue, leather trousers, cashmere sweater, bathing shorts for Malibu. Here's a patent leather lace-up, it's a virtuoso shoe,
And a simply marvelous coat made of vicuna.
You know what you can do with your vicuna.
Come on, Joe, you haven't even started yet.
You wanna bet?
I thought by now he'd look the height of fashion. He always takes forever making up his mind. Don't be unkind. I thought you writers knew about compassion. I love flannel on a man.
This will complement his tan.
We'd take 2 of these and 4 of those.
I'm still your greatest fan. Very soon now we'll have stopped him looking like an also ran.
You're gonna make me sorry that I'm staying.
Well, all right, I'll choose. After all, I'm paying.
Evening
I
clothes.
want to see your most deluxe.
Won't wear a tux.
Of course not, dear. Tuxedos are for waiters.
What we need are tails, a white tie, and top hat.
I can't wear that.
Joe's second-rate clothes are for second-raters.
Norma, please.
Shut up, I'm rich! Not some platinum blonde bitch! I own so many apartments, I've forgotten which is which.
I don't have to go to premieres. I'm never on display. You seem to forget that I'm a writer. Who cares what you wear when you're a writer?
I can't, Joe, and please don't be so mean to me.
Okay, all right.
You can't come to my New Year's Eve party in that filling station shirt.
I've been invited somewhere else on New Year's Eve.
Where?
Artie Green. He's an old friend of mine.
I can't do without you, Joe. I need you. I've sent out every single invitation.
All right, Norma, I give in.
Of course you do. And when they've dressed you, you'll cause a sensation.
We bring the chosen few of movie land.
The latest cut.
We dress every movie star and crooner, from the shiny top caps to their hatbands.
Conceal your gut, you won't regret selecting the vicuna.
If you need a hand to shake, if there's a girl you want to make, if there's a soul you're out to capture, or a heart you want to break, if you want the world to love you,
You'll have to undertake
and gracefully accept the role you're playing.
You will earn every cent the lady's paying.
So why not have it all?
Now that didn't hurt, did it?
The lady's paying.
Max, you pull the stops out. It looks like gala night aboard SS Titanic. Will we play Spot the Actor? As if we're visiting a gallery of waxworks?
Would you rather I mix for you a dry martini, or shall I open the champagne?
Max, don't be evasive. Who she invited to the ball?
Madame herself made every call.
Here, Happy New Year.
Norma, I can't take this.
Oh, shut up. Open it. Read what it says.
Mad about the boy.
Yes, and you do look absolutely divine.
Well, thank you.
I had these tiles put in, you know, because Rudy Valentino said to me, it takes tiles to tango. Come on.
No, not on the same dance floor as Valentino.
No, come on. Get up. Follow me. And 1, 2, round. And 1, 2, round. Together. And 1, 2. Don't lean back like that.
Norma, it's a thing. It tickles.
Ring out the old, ring in the new, a midnight wish to share with you. Your lips are warm, my head is light. Were we alive before tonight? I don't need a crowded ballroom. Everything I want is here. If you're with me, next year will be the perfect year.
Before we play some dangerous game, before we fan some harmless flame, we have to ask if this is wise and if the game is worth the prize. With this wine and with this music, how can anything be clear? Let's wait and see. It may just be the perfect year.
and hopes are high. Dance 1 year in, kiss one goodbye. Another chance, another start. So many dreams to tease the heart. We don't need a crowded ballroom. Everything we want is here. And face to face, we will embrace the perfect year. We don't need a crowded ballroom. Everything we want is here. And face to face, we will embrace the perfect
So what time are they supposed to get here?
Who?
The other guests.
There are no other guests, just you and me. I'm in love with you, surely you know that.
Norma,
We'll have a wonderful time next year. I'll have the pool filled up for you. I'll open up my house in Malibu and you can have the whole ocean. I have enough money to buy us anything we want.
cut out that us business.
What's the matter with you?
What right do you have to take me for granted?
What right? Do you want me to tell you?
Norma, what I am trying to say is that I am the wrong guy for you. You need a big shot. Someone with polo ponies, a Valentino.
What you are trying to say is, you don't want me to love you. Say it. Say it!
Max, get me a taxi. I had to get out. I needed to be with people my own age, to hear the sound of laughter and mix with hungry actors, underemployed composers, nicotine poison writers, real people, real problems, having a really good time.
Take your coat. Jesus, Joe, what's this made of? Mink? Who'd you borrow this from? Adolphe Menjou?
Close, but no cigar. Hey, it's quite a crowd.
Yeah, I invited all the kids doing walk-ons and Samson and Delilah.
Where have you been hiding? I called your apartment, I called your ex-agent. I was about to call the Bureau of Missing Persons.
Oh, they always know where to find me.
Hey, Sammy! You gotta say your New Year's resolution out loud. Gene.
By this time next year, I'll have landed a juicy part.
1950 will be my start. No more carrying spears.
I'll be discovered. My life won't ever be the same. Billy Wilder will know my name, and he'll call all the time. Till he does, can one of you guys lend her a dime? Just an apartment with no roaches and no dry rot, where the hot water comes out hot. That's my Hollywood dream.
Your resolution
Is to write something that gets shot with approximately the plot I first had in my head.
but you'll get rewritten even after you're dead. Artie!
It's a year to begin a new life by a place somewhere quiet, somewhere pretty. When you have a young kid and a wife, then you need somewhere green, far from the city. It's a rambling old house with a big apple tree, with a swing for the kid and a hammock for me.
The told my children, it is I, Cecil B. DeMille. Meeting me must be quite a thrill.
But there's no need to kneel.
I guarantee you, every girl in my chorus line is a genuine Philistine.
They don't come off the shelf.
I flew everyone in from Philistia myself.
Don't let go.
I gave Sheldrake an outline, Joe, and he swallowed the bait.
Well, hallelujah.
While you've been buying Vicuna coats, I've been making a lot of notes. Now there's work we should do.
Betty, you're forgetting that I gave it to you. You remind me of me long ago, off the bus, full of ignorant ambition. Thought I'd waltz into some studio and achieve overnight recognition. I've seen too many optimists sinking like stones, felt them suck all the marrow clean out of my bones.
I love blind windows, but I can't write it on my own. Can't we speak on the telephone? All my evenings are free.
Hey, just a minute. I'm the fella who bought the ring.
Artie, this is a business thing. It's important to me. You'll be on location in Clinch, Tennessee. Please make this your New Year's resolution for me.
By this time next year, I will get my foot in the door. Next year I know I'm gonna score an amazing success. Cut to the moment when they open the envelope. Pass the statuette to tomorrow, and it's my debut here. We'll be down on our knees outside Province Chinese. Footprints there on the streets, immortality's needs. This time next year, this time next year. Nothing to fear, contracts all signed, 3-picture deal. Yellow brick road career. Hope we're not still saying these things this time next
You know, I think I will be available in the new year. In fact, I'm available right now.
Joe, that's great.
Hey, Artie, where's your phone?
Under the bar.
Hey, Artie, you think you can put me up for a couple of weeks?
It just so happens we've got a vacancy on the couch.
I'll take it.
Yes?
Max, it's Mr. Gillis. I want you to do me a favor.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gillis, I can't talk right now.
Listen, I want you to take my old suitcase
I'm
and
sorry. I am attending to Madame.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Madame found the razor in your room, and she's cut her wrists.
kind of a silly thing was that to do?
I'll do it again. I'll do it again. I'll do it again.
Attractive headline. Great star kills herself for unknown writer.
Great stars have great pride. You must have some girl. Why don't you go to her?
I never meant to hurt you, Norma. You've been good to me. You're the only person in this stinking town that's ever been good to me.
Then why don't you just say thank you and go? Go. Go. Go.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, darling.
Sure, I came out here to make my name. Wanted my pool, my dose of fame. Wanted my parking space at Warner's. But after a year of one-room hell, a Murphy bed, a rancid smell, wallpaper peeling at the corners, Sunset Boulevard, twisting boulevard, secretive and rich, a little scary. Sunset Boulevard, tempting boulevard, waiting there to swallow the unwary. Dreams are not enough to win a war. Out here they're always keeping score. Beneath the tan, the battle rages. Smile a rented smile, fill someone's glass, kiss someone's wife, kiss someone's ass. We do whatever pays the wages. Sunset Boulevard, headline boulevard, getting here is only the beginning. Sunset Boulevard, jackpot boulevard, once you won, you have to go on winning. You think I've sold out? Dead right, I've sold out. I just keep waiting for the right offer. Comfortable quarters, regular rations, 24-hour, 5-star room service. And if I'm honest, I like the lady. I can't help being touched by her folly. I'm treading water, taking the money, watching her sunset. Well, I'm a writer. LA's changed a lot over the years since those brave gold rush pioneers came in their creaky covered wagons. Far as they could go into the line, their dreams were yours, their dreams were mine, but in those dreams were hidden dragons. Sunset Boulevard, frenzied boulevard, swamped with every kind of false emotion. Sunset Boulevard, brutal boulevard, just like you will wind up in the ocean. She was sinking fast, I threw a rope. Now I have suits and she is hope. It seemed an elegant solution. One day this must end, it isn't real. Still I'll enjoy a hearty meal before tomorrow's execution. Sunset Boulevard, ruthless boulevard, destination for the stony-hearted. Sunset Boulevard, lethal boulevard, everyone's forgotten how they started. Here on Sunset Boulevard.
There's been a call, what did I say? They want to see me right away. Joe Paramount, they love our child. Mr. DeMille is going wild.
That's wonderful, Norma.
But it was some fool assistant, not acceptable at all. If he wants me, then Cecil B. himself must call.
I don't know if this is the time to stand on ceremony.
I've been waiting 20 years now. What's a few more days, my dear? It's happened, Joe. I told you so. The perfect year. Now, let's go upstairs.
Shouldn't you at least call back?
No. They can wait until I'm good and ready.
It took her 3 days and she was ready. She checked with her astrologer, who sacrificed a chicken. She dressed up like a pharaoh, slapped on a pound of makeup, and set forth in her chariot. Poor Norma, so happy, re-entering her kingdom.
If you will pardon me, madame, the shadow over the left eye is not quite balanced.
Thank you, Max.
Hey, that's enough of that!
To see Mr. DeMille, open the gate.
Mr. DeMille is shooting. You need an appointment.
This is Norma Desmond. No appointment is necessary.
Norma who?
Jonesy?
Why, if it isn't Miss Desmond. Well, how have you been, Miss Desmond?
Fine, Jonesy. Open the gate.
You heard Miss Desmond.
They don't have a pass.
Stage 18, Miss Desmond.
Thank you, Jonesy. And teach your friend some manners. Tell him without me there wouldn't be any Paramount studio.
Get me stage 18. I have a message for Mr. DeMille.
Mr. DeMille?
What is it?
Norma Desmond is here to see you, Mr. DeMille.
Norma Desmond?
She's here at the studio.
It must be about that appalling script of hers. What shall I say?
Maybe I could give her the brush.
30 million fans have given her the brush. Isn't that enough? Give me a minute.
Won't you come along, darling?
It's your script. It's your show. Good luck.
Thank you, darling.
Miss Desmond.
Well, well, well.
Hello, Mr. DeMille. The last time I saw you, we were someplace terribly gay. I was dancing on the table.
A lot of people were. Lindbergh had just landed.
You read the script, of course.
Well, yes.
Now, I know how busy you are during shooting, but I really think you could have picked up the phone yourself, instead of leaving it to some assistant.
I don't know what you mean, Norma.
Yes, you do.
Come on in.
Miss Desmond? Hey! Hey, Miss Desmond! Up here, Miss Desmond! It's Hog-Eye!
Hog-Eye! Well, hello?
Let's get a look at you!
I don't know why I'm frightened. I know my way around here. The cardboard trees, the painted seas, the sound here. Yes, a world to rediscover. But I'm not in any hurry. And I need a moment. The whispered conversations in overcrowded hallways. The atmosphere as thrilling here as always. Feel the early morning madness. Feel the magic in the making. Why, everything's as if we never said
just trying to resist you. I'm trembling now, you can't know how I've missed you. Missed the fairy tale adventures in this ever-spinning playground. We were young together. I'm coming out of makeup. The light's already burning. Not long until the cameras will start turning. And the early morning madness and the magic in the making. Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye. I don't want to be alone. That's all in the past. This world's waited long enough. I've come home at last. And this time will be bigger and brighter than we knew it. So watch me fly. We all know I can do it. Could I stop my hand from shaking? Has there ever been a moment with so much to live for? The whispered conversation in overcrowded hallways. So much to say, not just today, but always. We'll have early morning madness. We'll have magic in the making. Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye. Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye. We taught the world new ways to dream.
Well, hello, Mr. Gillis. Where have you been keeping yourself?
Someone's been doing it for me.
And meanwhile, Blind Windows is stuck on the shelf. You said we'd work together.
New Year's crisis, what can I say?
Always full of excuses.
Promise I'll call you later today.
You said that last time.
Look, Betty, I won't let you down.
I guess I'll just have to trust you.
You're Miss Desmond's German Shepherd. I'm the one who's been calling. The name is Sheldrake. A couple of weeks ago, I was looking out my office window. I saw you drive onto the lot, and I said, that's exactly the car I've been looking for. Great for my new Crosby picture. So I made a few inquiries. I've been calling for 2 weeks. Doesn't she ever pick up the phone? You know, outside of a museum, you don't see that kind of quality anymore, and we're willing to pay at least $100
It's
a week.
outrageous, you insult her! How can you be so cruel? I forbid you to approach her!
You're insane.
Go away! Go away!
Did you see how they all came crowding around? They still love me, and soon will be breaking new ground. Brave pioneers,
Those were the days.
just like before,
We had such fun.
we gave the world we always found new ways to dream.
Let's have a good long talk one day.
The old team will be back in business.
Sorry, my next shot's ready.
Mr. Gillis.
What's the matter, Max?
I just found out the reason for all those phone calls from Paramount.
Yeah?
It's not Madame they want. It's her car.
Oh, my God.
Now, you remember, don't you? I don't work before 10 or after 4:30 in the afternoon.
It isn't entirely my decision, Norma. New York must be consulted.
That's fine. Ask any exhibitor in the country. I'm not forgotten.
Of course you're not. Goodbye, young fellow. We'll see what we can do.
I'm not worried. It's so wonderful to be back.
Was that really Norma Desmond?
It was.
She must be about 1,000,000 years old.
I hate to think where that puts me. I could be her father.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. DeMille.
If you could have seen her at 17, when all of her dreams were new, beautiful and strong, before it all went wrong, she's never known the meaning of surrender. Never known the meaning of surrender.
How about they don't know each other? He works the night shift and she takes classes all day. Here's the thing, they both share the same room, sleep in the same bed. It works out cheaper that way.
I've a feeling you're just kidding, but to me it sounds believable. Makes a better opening than that car chase scene. Girl finds boy borrowing her toothbrush, or oversleeping, or at her sewing machine.
You know, it's not bad. There's some real possibilities.
Who's Norma?
Who's who?
Sorry. I don't usually read private cigarette cases.
Norma's a friend of mine. Middle-aged lady, very foolish, very generous.
I'll say, this is solid gold. Mad about the boy?
So how's Artie?
Stuck in Tennessee. It rains all the time. They're weeks behind. No one knows when they'll be back.
Good.
What's good about it? I'm missing him something fierce.
No, I mean this idea we have. It's really pretty good.
Back to work.
What if he's a teacher?
Where does that get us? Don't see what good it would do.
No, it's great if they do the same job.
So much in common, they fall in love, wouldn't you?
Yes, but if he's just a teacher, we lose those scenes in the factory.
Not if he's a champion for the working man. Girl likes boy, she respects his talent.
Working with someone can turn you into a fan.
This is fun, riding with a partner.
Yes, and it could be
a hell of a movie.
Can we really do this?
I know
that we can.
I don't think you should shoot before July 15th. Right now is a perilous time for Pisces. If you wait till Venus is in Capricorn, you'll avoid a catalogue of crisis.
I need 3 more weeks to get these thighs in shape. No more carbohydrates, don't be naughty.
We'll soon have you skipping like an ingenue. You won't look a day over 40.
We have dry heat, we have steam,
we have moisturizing cream,
we have mud packs, we have blood sacks.
It's a rigorous regime.
Not a wrinkle when you twinkle, or a wobble when you walk. Of course there's bound to be a little suffering. Eternal youth is worth a little suffering.
Listen to your superego, not your id. Age is just another damn neurosis. I'll have you regressing back to infancy and back into the womb under hypnosis.
I inject the tissue of the fetal lamb. The formula's the one, Somerset hormones. Just a modest course of 37 shots. You will be a heaving mass of hormones.
No more crow's feet, no more flab, no more love handles to grab. You'll be so thin, they'll think you're walking sideways like a crab. Nothing sagging, nothing bagging, nothing dragging on the floor. Of course there's bound to be a little suffering. Eternal youth is worth a little suffering. Of course there's bound to be a little suffering. Eternal youth is worth a little suffering. Of course there's bound to be a little suffering.
Is this what you're looking for by any chance?
Why, yes.
Whose phone number is this? I've been worried about the line of my throat. I think this woman has done wonders with it.
Good.
And I've lost ½ a pound since Tuesday.
Very good.
Now it's after 9. I'd better get to bed.
You had.
Are you coming up?
I think I'll read a while longer.
You went out last night, didn't you, Joe?
I went for a walk.
You took the car.
I drove to the beach.
Who's Betty Schaefer?
Surely you don't want me to feel as if I'm a prisoner in this house.
You don't understand, Joe. I'm under a terrible strain. It's been so hard I even got myself a revolver. The only thing that stopped me from killing myself is the thought of all those people waiting to see me back on the screen. How could I disappoint them? All I ask is a little patience, a little understanding.
Mama, there's nothing to worry about. I haven't done anything.
Of course you haven't. Good night, my darling.
I should have stayed there, poor Norma, so desperate to be ready for what would never happen, but Betty would be waiting. We had a script to finish, one unexpected love scene, 2 people both risking a kind of happy ending.
T-H-E-E-N-D! I can't believe it! I finished my first script.
Ah, stop it. You're making me feel old.
Oh, it's exciting though, isn't it?
How old are you anyway?
22.
Smart girl.
Shouldn't we open some champagne?
Well, the best I can offer is a stroll to the water cooler at the end of the lot.
Sounds good to me. I love the back lot here. It's all cardboard, all hollow, all phony, all done with mirrors. I think I love it more than any street in the world. I spent my childhood here.
What were you, a child actress?
But my family always expected me to become a great star. I had 10 years of dramatic lessons, diction, dancing, everything you can think of. And then the studio made a test.
That is the saddest story I have ever heard.
Not at all. Come on. I was born 2 blocks from here. My father was head electrician at the studio until he died. My mother still works in wardrobe.
Second generation, huh?
Third, Grandma did stunt work for Pearl White.
I guess it is exciting at that. Finishing a script.
What?
Are you all right?
Sure.
Well, something's the matter, isn't it?
I had a telegram from Artie.
Is something wrong?
He wants me to come out to Tennessee. He says it would only cost $2 to get married in Clinch.
Well, what's stopping you now that we finished the script? Hey, why are you crying? You're getting married, isn't that what you wanted?
Not anymore.
Don't you love Artie?
Oh, of course I do. I'm just not in love with him anymore, that's all.
Why not? What happened?
You did. When I was a kid, I played on the street. I always loved illusion. I thought make-believe was truer than life. But now it's all confusion. Please, can you tell me what's happening? I just don't know anymore. If this is real, how should I feel? What should I look for?
If you were smart, you would keep on walking out of my life as fast as you can. I'm not the one you should pin your hopes on. You're falling for the wrong kind of man. This is crazy. You know we should call it a day. Sound advice, great advice. Let's throw it away. I can't control all the things I'm feeling. I haven't got a prayer. If I'm a fool, well, I'm too much in love to care. I knew where I was, I'd given up hope, made friends with disillusion. No one in my life, but I look at you, and now it's all confusion.
Please, can you tell me what's happening? I just don't know anymore. If this is real, how should I feel? What should I look for? I thought I had everything.
chase away everything I plan. I can't control all the things I'm feeling. I'm floating in midair. I know it's wrong, but I'm too much in love to care.
I thought I had everything I needed. My life was set, my dreams were in place. My heart could see way into the future. All of that goes when I see your face. This is crazy. You know we should call it a day. Sound advice.
Great advice.
Let's throw it away. I can't control all the things I'm feeling. We're floating in midair. If we are fools, well, we're too much in love to care. If we are fools, well, we're too much in love to
What's the matter there, Max? You waiting to wash the car?
Please be careful when you cross the patio. Madame may be watching.
Suppose I tiptoe up the back stairs and get undressed in the dark. Will that do
It's
it?
just that I am greatly worried about Madame.
Oh, we're not helping her any. Feeding her lies, more lies. What happens when she finds out they're not gonna make her picture?
She never will. That is my job. I made her a star, and I will never let her be destroyed.
You made her a star.
I directed all her early pictures. In those days, there were 3 young directors who showed promise. D.W. Griffith, Cecil B. DeMille, and...
Max von Merlin.
That's right.
When we met, she was a child, barely 16. Awkward, and yet she had an air I'd never seen. I knew I'd found my perfect face. Deep in her eyes, new ways to dream, and we inspired new ways to dream. Turkeys came, I stayed with her, took up this life, threw away fame. Please understand, she was my wife. We had achieved far more than most. We gave the world new ways to dream. Everyone needs new ways to dream.
Are you saying you were married to her?
I was the first husband. So I play this game, keeper of the flame, sharing with her one last dream. Don't you think I knew it never could come true? She'll be the very last one to surrender. I will not allow her to surrender.
Hello, is this Gladstone 9281, Miss Schaefer? Hello, Miss Schaefer. You must forgive me for calling so late, but I really feel it's my duty. It's about Mr. Gillis. You do know a Mr. Gillis? Well, exactly how much do you know about him? Do you know where he lives? Do you know what he lives on?
I want to spare you a lot of sadness. I don't know what he's told you, but I can guarantee you he doesn't live with
Mother, or what you'd call a roommate. He's just a... I can't say it.
Poor Betty, you ask him. I'd love to hear his answer. Ah!
Joe. That's right, Betty. Why didn't you ask me? Don't. Better yet, come over and see for yourself. Yes, right now. The address is 10,086 Sunset Boulevard.
Don't hate me, Joe. I did it because I need you. Look at me. Look at my hands. Look at my face. Look under my eyes. How can I go back to work if I'm wasting away? No. Don't stand there hating me, Joe. Shout at me, strike me, but say you don't hate me. Joe! Joe!
Come on in.
What's going on, Joe? Why am I so scared? What was that woman saying? She sounded so weird. I don't understand. Please, can you tell me what's happening? You said you loved me tonight. Shall I just go? Say something, Joe!
Have some pink champagne and caviar. When you go visit with a star, the hospitality is stellar.
So this is where you're living?
Yes, it's quite a place. Sleep 17, 8 sunken tubs, a movie screen, a bowling alley in the cellar.
I didn't come to see a house.
Sunset Boulevard, cruise the boulevard, win yourself a Hollywood palazzo. Sunset Boulevard, mythic Boulevard, Valentino danced on that terrazzo.
Who's it belong to?
Just look around you.
That's Norma Desmond.
Right on the money. That's Norma Desmond. That's Norma Desmond. That's Norma Desmond. That's Norma Desmond.
Why did she call me?
Give you 3 guesses. It's the oldest story in the book. Come see the taker being took. The world is full of Joes and Normas. Older woman, very well-to-do, meets younger man, the standard cue. Are 2 mechanical performers.
Just pack your things and let's go.
You mean all my things? Have you gone mad? Leave all these things I've never had. Leave this luxurious existence. You want me to face that one-room hell, that Murphy bed, that rancid smell, go back to living on subsistence. It's no time to begin a new life. Now I've finally made a perfect landing. I'm afraid there's no room for a wife, not unless she's uniquely understanding. You should go back to Artie and marry the fool, and you'll always be welcome to swim in my pool.
I can't look at you anymore, Joe.
Thank you.
What are you doing, Joe?
You're not leaving me?
Yes, I am, Norma.
You can't! Max!
It's been a bundle of laughs, and thanks for the use of the trinkets. A little ritzy for the copy desk back in Dayton. And there's something you ought to know. I want to do you this favor. They'll never shoot that hopeless script of yours. They only wanted your car.
That's a lie! They still want me! What about all my fan mail?
It's Max who writes you letters. Your audience has vanished. They left when you weren't looking. Nothing's wrong with being 50, unless you're acting 20.
I am the greatest star of them all.
Goodbye, Norma.
No one ever leaves a star.
As dawn breaks over the murder house, Norma Desmond, famed star of yesteryear, is in a state of complete mental shock.
This was dawn. I don't know why I'm frightened. Silent music starts to play. Happy New Year, darling. If you're with me, next year will be.
Next year will be. They bring in his head on a silver tray. She kisses his mouth. She kisses his mouth. Mad about the boy.
They say Norma's back at last.
Madame, the cameras have arrived.
Max, where am I?
This is the staircase of the palace, and they're waiting for your dance.
Of course, now I remember.
I was so frightened I might fall.
You are the greatest star of all.
Lights! Cameras! Action!
When he scorned me, I knew he'd have to die. me kiss his severed head. Compromise or death, he fought to his last breath. He never had it in him to surrender. Just like me, he never could surrender. May I say a few words, Mr. DeMille? I can't tell you how wonderful it is to be back in the studio making a picture. I promise you, I'll never desert you again. This is my life. It always will be. There's nothing else. Just us and the cameras and all you wonderful people out there in the dark. And now, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.